Hello everyone, this is Victoria Violet coming to you for your tarot read. I haven't looked at the cards. I pulled 7. This is from the Wizard's tarot deck. I don't have the box with me. I'm traveling. I wanted the expression to come out as organically as possible from me. So let's begin. The first card is the Star. With this star, as you see, she's pouring everything out. The majority of the star cards that come out in tarot, there's one cup that is being filled and one cup that is being poured out. But in this one, as beautiful as it is showing an emptying out, if you will. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. Beautiful Ace of Swords, right? Okay, so far not so bad. Strength. This beautiful woman that's depicted in the Strength card is being surrounded by the dragon. And I don't know if you can see her hand. It's kind of blurry and I apologize. But she literally has her hand over the mouth of the dragon. She's holding the mouth of the dragon closed. And that's because she's being given the strength to control the dragon. Okay? Look at the claws of the dragon. They're resting upon her legs. So she indeed does have strength here. And then the light that she's carrying, that torch, is her energy. You see all that is being lifted and seen in the card that goes across, that is her energy. So she has her own magic. She doesn't necessarily need the magic of the dragon, but she has the strength to ensure that this dragon is controlled. Showing you the cards first. King of Wands. Oh my goodness. King of Wands. All right, the King of Wands. Page of Pentacles. Look at that. So we're going to go a little bit more into the cards in just a minute. The Moon. Okay, the Moon. The Moon, and then the last card is the Magician. The Magician. Okay. So let's go back. Well, let's take the first 2 cards. So we're taking the Star card and the Ace of Swords. That is the first we're going to take. Please do excuse my hair as it's growing. It's unruly. And then the other thing is that I don't know how many of you live in Texas, but in San Antonio especially, it's extremely humid here. So your hair has no chance whatsoever unless you're a male. The Star. For me, and then there's a crane in the background. You see that? There's a crane. For me, in order for this star to be fully empowered, okay, empowered, she's emptying everything. She's emptying everything. Sometimes in order for us to start again, we need to empty everything. We just need to leave everything we've known from the past behind to move forward, and to move forward into a new positive energy. And here, when she's leaving all of that behind, and I'm saying I'm reading in general. This is a general reading. It's not for a male, it's not for a female. I'm reading the energy of the cards. There's a depiction of a female on the card. That's why I'm saying she, okay? So far, the Star is in command right now. She's the beginning card, the theme, if you will, for this reading. And then we see the Ace. So in order for her, or the energy of the Star, to have this new beginning, she has to empty, it has to empty itself out completely in order for there to be a new beginning. Okay? And in order for this new beginning to take place, the very thing that the star, so I want to say the star is representative of whomever I'm reading for. So if it's a male or a female, it doesn't matter. You are embodying right now the energy of the star, okay? The card of the star. So that's your energy right now, which is not a bad energy to be in at all, okay? But it is asking, in order for this new beginning to take place, you've got to be resilient. You've got to have the strength of this dragon and then some. Why do I say and then some? Because the dragon is strong. But if this individual that's being shown here on the card, if she's able to control the dragon, then she is very strong indeed. And the other thing is, if you're looking at a metaphor, then she, within her, is all the strength that is needed, all the magic that is needed, so to speak, in order to have this inner strength to promote this new beginning for herself or himself. Okay? It's the first thing that we look at right here. Yeah, you've got the strength to do this. You've got the strength to make this beginning. But you've got to have superhuman strength. Why do I say superhuman? Because there's a dragon that she literally has to hold its mouth closed. Okay? So it takes a lot of energy, a lot of personal energy. It takes a lot of personal strength, interpersonal strength, because we're talking about the will of the mind. And in some instances, we're even talking about physical strength, because sometimes when you have depression, when you get into self-doubts, etc., you can also fall short of strength because you just feel like you can't go on anymore, right? So having that kind of strength, that's superhuman strength, is extremely important at this time. Then we see the King of Wands, okay? Could it be, if this was a love reading, could it be that the dragon is the King of Wands? Okay? Again, we're not reading the energy for a male or female. Put this into perspective as it fits in your story. But could the dragon signify that this King of Wands is so hard, not to necessarily control, but to satisfy, to read, right? Sometimes we love people unconditionally, but they're so hard to read. How am I going to give you what you want if I can't read you? If I don't know what you want? Because you're being so defiant. You're being so headstrong. How can I give you what you want? How can I satisfy you? How can I possibly make this right with you? Okay? That's the way I'm reading it. Okay? If it's a love story, that's how I'm reading it. This offer that's coming in is magical, meaning the energy is beautiful. It's pristine. It's clean. It's spring. Really, if you look at the card, sorry, I can't talk. Really, if you look at the card, you can say it's springtime because everything is in full blossom, right? So if everything is in full blossom, it's growing, it's new, right? And what did we say? In order for this new beginning to make itself known, we've got to empty everything out. And what happens in the winter? Everything gets emptied out, right? Right? And then in spring, everything comes back beautiful, new, and it grows, and it's gorgeous. Colors are just, they're gorgeous. So yes, this king is bringing about a change, or this king could want a change, right? To make manifested change, but it's going to take some give and take. Don't mean to be redundant with my words. It is going to ask for give and take. And the reason I'm saying that is because at the beginning it was a feminine energy and now it's a masculine energy. But if we look at the dragon always draws out fire, right? And the King of Wands is an expression of that fire. Passionate, passionate individual, right? But sometimes a little too headstrong, hence having to control the dragon. So again, we're not controlling the individual. Please don't get that wrong, because I don't want people writing in the comments, why would you want to control someone? No, that's not what Victoria is saying. What Victoria is saying is, if it's you that's having to need to be controlled, meaning you have to control your thoughts, your anger, your temper, your anxiety, your irritation, so be it. But if it's someone else that you're trying to have a relationship with, a positive, healthy one, then this king right here, the energy that this King of Wands is embodying, has to be tempered, because how do you expect people to give you what you want and need if we cannot reach you? We cannot reach you. You are constantly putting walls up. You're constantly putting up your guard. So if you want someone to read you and reach you and give you what you need, male or female, you have to be pliable. You have to be like this card, accepting, grow with the energy, grow with the situation, and not close yourself up like Fort Knox. It's not going to work. It is also asking, because it's the Moon card, for this King of Wands to show an expression of himself, herself, right? In the form of energy of emotion. Now, this king, if it was in the reverse, would not be a good king, not a good outcome, because the energy would be overbearing. It would be too fiery and too combative, okay? But it's asking this particular energy, male or female, it's asking through the King of Wands to be loving, to be kind, to be gentle, even. Because if you look at the card, that's all gentle in nature. I don't see, even though it's a wand she's holding, right? She's holding the wand and the pentacle is overhead. It's the Page of Wands. Page of Pentacles. But it's not telling us that this energy is being worked in a frenzy, or that it's fiery to the point to where it's overwhelming. It's gentle. Look how beautiful the colors are. Look how steady the pentacle is being held overhead. And if we put these two together, look at the king, the way you could almost say the king is building up the energy of the pentacle for that pentacle to come forth, right? See how this page has something in their other hand as well, right? Has something in their hand right there. And the reason is because we're making, just like in the past of saying metal into gold. Remember the alchemist? The alchemist? And look what's all around the waist of that page, right? Alchemy, herbs, because you can say all those are herbs in a garden or outside in the woods. But in order for all of these things to come about, it's looking like the energy has to be tempered. So yes, we want emotion. We want emotion from that King of Wands, right? Whether it's a male or a female that we're talking about, but they're represented by the King of Wands, right? The first energy was represented by what? The star, right? So we're talking about a feminine and a masculine energy trying to come together. But what's needed from the King of Wands is that moon energy, that emotion. But look at that. That's right there above. That's ugly. That's scary. At least I would be scared if I saw that, right? So again, if that dragon is in control, it might be too much energy, too much fire. So the feminine energy is trying to taper off that energy from the dragon and saying, I hear you, I see you, I feel you, and I want to work with you, but you're a little bit too much. So can you please taper it down? Take that down a notch. Take it down a notch. Let's be loving and kind towards one another, not necessarily full vibrato, rah, right? Let's not be that, right? Here we go, the Magician, making things happen. I say this relationship, if it's a relationship, if there's a meeting of the mind, it can work very beautifully. Here's your new beginning that the Magician is bringing about. It could work very beautifully, but it has to be a meeting of the minds, or this relationship will not work. If it is in an employment, work, job situation, career, then yes, you do need to go in and strut your stuff and show that you've got this energy of the King of Wands for your new beginning to come about. But again, it has to be done in a controlled way. Not too much, not too much vibrato, because nobody likes a braggart, right? A braggart is just someone who's always talking about me, and trying to make themselves look good. Let your credentials, let your skills speak for you. And the Magician, along with the Star, will bring that for you, will make it happen. Again, if it's a love situation, you need to calm it down. Too much fire. There's too much energy that's not being directed correctly. Gently bring in that beautiful energy towards your significant other or the object of your desire. If it's a job that you're going to an interview for, yes, when they're interviewing you, you know, give your accolades, right? Talk about yourself, but not to the point that you're bragging and it sounds like you're a narcissist, okay? I hope this helps someone out there today. I love this deck. It's just gorgeous. The artistry is just so beautiful. And in the back, there's a crystal hilt, right? The hilt of a weapon, of a sword. The wrapped around creature is a dragon. And of course, since I'm a dragon, I love these cards. And it's, like I said before, I have a lot of decks, but my decks are working cards. So therefore, some of them are going to have their boxes still. Some of them are going to be loose. And some of them are going to have boxes that are kind of a little bit torn up, because I'm not very careful when I open boxes. But I hope that you will, I guess, indulge me, and that you will have gotten something out of this particular reading. And don't worry about that there's no boxes to show you, because the whole gist is not the boxes that these beautiful cards come in. The gist is that for a good tarot reader, you have to look at them as your tools, and not so much that they're here to look pretty for people. It's what information they give to you that matters more than anything, is what I'm saying. This is Victoria Violet from Gypsy Roots. I hope you will have enjoyed your reading. And I do apologize that there's always something in the back of me. It's because I'm always doing something. I never sit down. I'm always busy, busy, busy. That's why I call myself a traveler, besides the fact that I'm part gypsy. Anyway, I hope you have a beautiful Sunday. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Till we meet again. Bye.